Hello, darlings. It's nice to see you all again, and thanks for joining me for today's video. Guess what? Oh my god, I still can't believe it. I'm moving into my van today. Woohoo! Oh, so funny. Oh my god, I'm so happy. But Kelly's not going to be happy about it though. But, oh well, she'll get used to it. I told her before, we're going for a holiday tomorrow, and you should have seen the look she gave me like, oh no. But she will be okay. So let me show you. I've got, getting some stuff ready. So today I'm just moving things into my van, such as kitchenware, clothes, essentials, everything that I need. And I'm taking things out of the van that I don't need because I'm going to need all of the space that I can get. And I don't want to be wasting space by having things in my van that I don't need, because that's not very logical, is it? Because my van is a Kia Picanto 2005. I think it's about, oh my god, I can't remember, but I think it's about 80 feet, 80 square feet, something like that. Oh, I forgot to turn this light on. Okay, that's better. So, yeah, I'm just moving things in the van at the moment. I'm still getting organised. I've still got a lot of work to do in the van, such as decor, fixing up the curtains, and a few other things, but I will get them done in time. So tomorrow, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. So tomorrow is actually going to be my first day of full-time van life. Woo! Yeah, I'm so excited. Poor Callie, but she'll get used to it. Like last time when I lived in my car, if you remember, I told you in my other videos how. Because what happened is after I left my ex-husband, because I could not put up with the abuse anymore, and he almost killed me, and I had been experiencing severe domestic violence for 22 years, and his behavior was just getting worse and worse. And I could clearly see that he enjoyed being in that state of mind. And I knew if I didn't leave then, I wouldn't be here now. I would have been dead a long time ago. And so the only place I could go back to was my parents' place. So I didn't want to go back there, but I had to because I had nowhere else to go. And the reason why I didn't want to go back there was because of my older brother who lives there. He still lives there now. But he won't be living there for long because the house is going on the market soon. And he sexually assaulted me when I was a child. And then he used to always sexually harass me every time I went back there. So I thought, okay, this time I'm going to put a lock on my bedroom door and that's going to solve the problem. But it didn't solve the problem, because even though I put a lock on my bedroom door, he was still trying to break into my room and knock on my window, and he was still trying to sexually harass me. And the day when I caught him stealing my underwear, that's when I knew I had to get out of there, so I had nowhere else to go, except my car. And that was the day when Callie and I moved into my car, and we lived in our car for 2 years and 1 month before the Family Violence Services got me my one-bedroom apartment, which I'm grateful for. And then in 2021, I had a car accident, and that's when I got my van. And I've been building out my van over the past few years by myself, which is almost done. The van build's done, but I still need to do a few bits and pieces. And, but I mean, I've still got my apartment, which I'm always going to keep, of course, and I'm grateful it's cheap rent. I mean, I only have it because of the Family Violence Services, of course, but the thing is, because I am a recovering domestic violence victim survivor who has anxiety, depression, and PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, including nightmares. So when I'm in my apartment, even though I'm safe there, I still don't feel safe there. But I feel safe in my van. So that's why I'm moving into my van full time. Excuse me. But like I said, I'm still going to keep my apartment, because there will be times when I will need to go back to my apartment, like take a break from van life, or maybe if my van breaks down, I've got somewhere to go back to, But the reason why I'm moving into my van is because I'm doing this for my mental and my emotional health and well-being, because I want to feel safe, I want to feel happy, I want to be in an environment where I'm comfortable. So all I can say at this stage is that only time will tell. I mean, I have an idea because I've been doing van life part-time for the last few years now. So I've got a fair idea of how being full-time in my van is going to pan out. So, oh my God, I'm so excited. So, I have this container here, and guess what? It's pink. Pink, 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 pink. Pink, pink. Remember, everything must be pink. And I've got in here some containers, some foil containers, which I use in my 12-volt Road Pro roaster. So I've got them. I've got some clothes which I need to put away into my closet. And I've got some foldable dishes. I've got a glass so I can have a drink. Oh, I better put this up. I wasn't supposed to fall over. And I've got here these are awesome. Do you know what it is? I bet you can't guess. It's actually a blue light gun. And this is a sterilizer and disinfectant. And I bought this to replace like air fresheners and stuff. And since I've bought this, I have not spent any money on any air fresheners or anything. And what this does is that you put water in here, and the blue light from here, when you spray it, it disinfects and sterilizes the air and everything that you pointed at. So if you pointed at your bench, it will sterilize your bench. So of course you've got to clean your bench first, and then you go over it with your it needs to be recharged, but these are rechargeable, and it sterilizes everything. And I use these for my dishes and everything. So, but you've got to make sure that it stands up like this, because I did not realize until I looked into here that it was lying on the side, and you shouldn't do that. So, going to stick that over there where it will stand up. And I've got some pots and pans. And look, pink, 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 everything is pink. No, and I've got some measuring cups and oh look, I haven't found a cool sticker to put up. Woohoo! Put that over there for now. So, so what this pink container, this one, is going to go on my shelf over there on the side where all the cushion stuff is going to be. And I'm going to put all the kitchen stuff in here. So I'm going to have in here pots and pans. The glass can go back in there. You know, my gas stove, everything, all the kitchen utensils, everything kitchen-wise is going to go in this box. So I'm going to get this one organised now. And then I'm going to move over to the other side, over to the cupboard, which is on the other side of the bed. And then I'm going to organise my clothes. Woohoo! Okay, so I'll get my stuff in here. And do you know what this is? Have a guess. You need one of these for your van. These are a must. It's actually a USB mini range hood. That's right. So when you're cooking, you stick it over. It comes with a stand, and you stick it over your stove while you're cooking, and you turn it on. You've got 3 different settings: low, medium, and high. And it's just a fan. And all of the steam from your cooking goes into here. And these are great for your van because when you're cooking in your van, you're going to have a lot of condensation in your van, as you know. And this will eliminate all of the steam in your van. It's not just good for when you're cooking. If you're having a hot shower or a hot bath in your van and you have got steam, use this mini range hood. Now, they're not expensive. I bought this from Temu. You can get them from other online stores too, like Amazon and eBay. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't much. It's like about $20, I think, something like that. So that's going to go in there as well. And look at the pretty lid, pink again. Okay, so let's put the lid on here. Let's bring it over here like this a bit. Finally, I finally got it on. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm going to move this and put this over here on the shelf for now. And then I'll get my clothes sorted. I'm a little bit pooped. I'll tell you, when you're living in a van, it does take a lot longer to do things, and it's a little bit more exhausting, I think. But then again, maybe that's just me, because I'm anemic, so maybe it's me, I don't know. But let me show you. Okay, what I've done here, you can see I put this box up here. This is all of my kitchen stuff along here. So this is my kitchen shelf. And then, ooh, you can stay up there. And then we just bring this curtain down, like so. And this curtain just is there to cover it. And then I still got to sort out those ones up here. And so in these boxes, and there's another one of those there, I'm going to store like packet foods in there, like you know, pre-made packet foods, you know, that you get like from Aldi's, like 2-minute noodles and things like that. Okay, so that's done. And now I'm going to do my clothes. I've got one of these. I bought this from Sears. Pink, 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 pink. Pretty pink. Don't you just love the color pink? I do. And the reason why I like this the most is because you can do it up at the top if you want to and get stuff out that way, or you can leave the top closed and get clothes out that way. Isn't that clever? And so convenient. And that's a good idea, because if you have, you know, you might want to get something out of here that might be on the bottom. And so therefore, by having one of these, instead of opening up the top and taking everything out just to get what's on the bottom, you can open up this side and just get it out and put it back up without taking anything out. Isn't that a good idea? And you can get these from other online stores like Temu and Amazon and that. And that's what it looks like on the inside. So I'll start off with the pants first. And so I got my leggings. So I'm just going to pack enough for pink leggings. Woohoo! I was going to pack enough for a couple of days for tomorrow, for Wednesday and Thursday. And where's my shirt? And then what I'm going to do is because for Wednesday, yeah, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday, so that's tomorrow and Thursday. Kelly and I, we are going up to Echuca to visit my family up at the caravan park up there. Because they own the, my family, my cousins, they own the caravan park up in Echuca. Okay. So we're going up there to visit them for a couple of days. And put that over there for a minute. Oh no, this is falling down. I'm going to have to find somewhere to put this where it doesn't fall down. Oh no, I'll stick it up there, but I'll worry about that later. Stay there for now. And then we'll come back home on Friday because I want to do a few more things in the van. And then we're going to hit the road again back over the weekend. And so hopefully everything will fall into place. And so we've got this container here. And this is going to go over here. I'll just stick that up there. Now I'm going to have to use a bungee cord. I'll put you back up there for a minute. So I'm going to have to use a bungee cord or two to hold that down so it doesn't fall down. I use bungee cords to hold everything down in my van. They're so handy, they really are. And then, yeah, we'll do that first. Okay, so I've used a couple of bungee cords. Let me show you. As you can see, there's some clothes in there. And so, move the light around. Oh, turn the light around that way. It's so bright. It's a very bright light. And then I'll just bring this curtain back down for now to cover. Turn that around and give you a look to cover that. Okay, so I'm getting there. So I realise now that I'm going to have to do some more things while I'm on the road. Like meaning the more things that I want to finish on the van, just mainly decor stuff, you know. I'm going to have to finish while I'm on the van, on the road, but that's okay. Now while I remember, I want to show you this. Do you know what it is? Well, it's actually a little mini sweeper, like a little mini carpet sweeper, and these are great for van life because just turn you in like that. You fix this one up, and you hold it down. And it's just a little mini carpet sweeper. And then when you finish it, you just empty it. And these are great for van life because this is what I use when I want to like sweep up anything. I mean, I've got a 12-volt mini vacuum cleaner. But these are good because they're manual. They don't use up any batteries or electricity. So if you need to clean, and if you need to clean your van, and if you don't have any power, well, these are going to come in handy, aren't they? But I use these like when Kelly shreds her fur, and I just wipe it down and clean up her fur like that. And these are really, really handy. So I thought I'd just mention it while I remember. Okay, so I'll show you what I've done. Let me show you. Knocking everything off. So there's your bed. I'll move that out the way. So this is your bedroom. That's your bed there. And these shelves here, that's my kitchen. So these shelves